Merry Christmas, everyone! I love Christmas. It's one of my favorite holidays of all time. And so I decided to design a lot of cute Christmas outfits to display in my nook's cranny. And so follow along if you want, or you can use my design codes if you wish to, but I'm going to show you how I designed some of my Disney clothes. I'm still just sort of playing around with it. You can just copy it over and then fill in whatever needs to be done. I didn't do a great job my first time, so you can see it's a learning process for sure. Now I don't really want a bright red, so I've gone with somewhat of a pinker color. You can see I'm just playing around with it. Now, I couldn't really decide what design I wanted to go with, so I'm just experimenting. This is my first one, and I feel like the first cardigan's always the hardest. I'm deciding if I want an outline. I wasn't sure if the cardigan should be curved at the bottom, and I'm not sure if I actually like that, so it's a bit of a struggle. I do want a skirt on the bottom. If you break up your cardigans in sections, you can see it's easier to design. I play around with the hues and vividness and brightness all the time. I do think I like this kind of closure for it, so maybe I'll stick with it. I haven't decided yet. The bottom third is where you can have some cute pocket designs. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, but it's an option. I do want a Minnie Mouse, so that's high on my list of priorities. I'm going to make it a little smaller. I don't want it to bleed into the cardigan. Keep it very small. And most of the things that I'm doing right now is just eyeballing. I don't have a very specific process on how I design things. It just go with the flow. What looks nice. So that would be good for a crop top, but I think I'm gonna have a belt because it's Christmas. But that's about where I would want a crop top to be. You want to make sure that whenever you're designing something with different colors where you intend to switch the colors, you have to remember where you place them so it makes it easier to edit later on. You can see I don't really know if I want to have a pattern over there, if I want to keep it simple. I think since this is my first cardigan, I'm going to keep it more on the simpler side, just because I can't really figure out what kind of design would I want on my cardigan. I go back and forth on this all the time. I think to make it easier, I'm just going to do a straight line across. I'm adding a white line so that it just shows a bit more color differentiation. I'm also going to be adding pleats to my skirt. For the pleats, I want it to be in a similar color tone as before. After I've picked my color tone, I'm going to make sure that I use the mirror tool so the pleats are even on both sides. To complete my cardigan, I'm going to have this bow belt up top, and I'm a real big fan of bows and belts, so this is a perfect combination of all the things I love. And I kind of want this golden color, just so it stands out more. I haven't decided if I like this bright yellow, if I want it to be more of a metallic-y kind of gold. I think I want more metallic-y, so I'm going to play with the color schemes until I get that just right. So in order to get gold, you actually need to move it closer to orange and then play with it until it's kind of between orange and brown, and that's how you get gold. I kind of like the color block pattern, so I'm going to stick with it. To finish off my design, I'm adding these little white dots that kind of remind me of some snowballs. I know this one took a little bit longer, but I wasn't sure what design I wanted to begin with, so here it is. Alright, so for my next design, I'm going to make a copy. And I'm going to keep it as a coat, which I'm going to do a cardigan again. I'm going to change the hue to the green color palette, and I'm going to just adjust everything to become green. Everything just gets shifted over. I'm just playing around with it, and instead of a gold, I'm going to go with a pink now. It's pretty simple, and that's how I changed my design up. Still playing around with it, as you can see. And that's that. Now for my next design, I'm going to go do a sweater now. I can't decide if I want a blue sweater or a gray sweater. Okay, I'm gonna go maybe with a white. I don't really know yet. I really like the creamy white sweaters, but I haven't decided what I want to go for. I think I'm gonna go do a candy cane. And I'm really just using the line tool and just free-form drawing this. I want it to be a bit thicker so I can do the stripes, so I need to make sure what is the right thickness for me. Still playing around with it. And I want a Minnie over here. Haven't decided if I want a shadow or not. It's good to have some contrast, but the problem about that is also just making it look like the right shape. And I just sort of free-form draw while I do these. I don't stress too much. You can see I'm playing with the color of the sweater more. Yeah, I was stuck between doing this one or a gingerbready kind of color. Kind of like the gingerbread color as well. And that's that one. Alright, I changed the bow color a bit brighter. Alright, it's time to make another Christmas sweater. For this design, this is a sweater that I found on the Disney website. I love having a giant bow. I think with designs in the center it's really easy and you can mirror them and everything will be consistently perfect. But for the Christmas lights, I'm just freeform drawing these as I go. It's actually a lot harder to draw without using my finger, but you know, I'm just gonna try my best. And when you're doing these, they don't have to have any rhyme or reason. You just pick a color for the lights and draw them in whatever direction you want. They actually kind of remind me of bell peppers, and I don't know if that's just because my boyfriend's growing a bunch of peppers in his garden, but that's what they kind of look like to me, so I'm just going with it. As you can see for the sleeves, I'm just drawing the vines however I wish. And drawing my Christmas lights slash peppers, I guess. Alright, I think I'm really enjoying just freeform drawing. Just kind of tilt it to the side so you can see what the lights are going to look like, and I think that's a good spot, so I'm going to save these. So I might revisit this design again, but that's what I have. I'm going to change this into a dress now, so once you copy it over, it's really easy to change it into a balloon hem dress. You can see that now everything's stretched over, so I'm going to go start by removing the cardigan by making it shorter. Now you can see you could keep the parts of the cardigan and make them into pockets, but I'm not going to do that for this dress. And the reason I shortened the jacket is so that there's a nice line to see where it starts and ends for the skirt. To complete this look, I'm closing out the skirt, I'm adding the white line all the way across, and I'm adding a lot more snowballs just so that there's extra design on the jacket itself. And that's this dress. Alright, for my next dress, I'm also converting this into the balloon hem dress. Now, you see I didn't copy the green dress over, and I could have, but I decided to show you how I changed it up. I'm just adding the pleats back in, and then I'm going to add the dots. And honestly, I wasn't paying too much attention to where they were on the green one, but yeah, you can just do whatever, and I fill it in, match the colors, add the pleats back in. And I just kind of play with where the pleats should be. I don't know if I like it entirely. I think it's supposed to be a little closer, so I'm going to just try to move it a bit closer. And yeah, that is my dress. Alright, now I'm going to convert this into a Mickey sweater. So in order to do that, I'm playing with it again. I want to change it to a different color. I did like the blue before. I haven't decided which blue. Guess this will do for now. I'm going to open it up. And that's that one. It's the Mickey Lights sweater. Here is my next sweater. I'm going to change this into a Mickey candy cane. Also playing with the colors, you know, just whatever you want. I'm going with a minty sort of color. I'm lightening up the Mickey, and I'm just getting rid of the bow. Cleaning it up so that the ears are more apparent. And that's the last design. This is all of my designs that I've made yesterday, and I love them so much. I hope you're enjoying all the snow in your game, and again, happy holidays. And I'll see you next time. Bye!